So finally, we have the answer. After months of speculation, we know what India's 15-man World Cup squad looks like. Robin Uthappa with me. So now let's not worry about the if. Let's react to the when, why, and how, Robbie. In the squad, which sees R. Ashwin in it ahead of a Ravi Bishnoi in a 3-man spin attack where Akshar Patel is in, Ravindra Jadeja is out. So I guess that confirms that Jadeja is not fit for the T20 World Cup. And very interestingly, in the reserve players, you see Mohammad Shami's name, someone who is not part of the T20 setup for a while. He will be part of the Australia T20s that will be coming up shortly. And Harshal Patel both make it, right? That's a summary of the squad. Let's start with the spinners, Robbie. Ashwin is in, Bishnoi is out, and Chahal is the only wrist spinner. What do you make of that?
I'm actually quite happy with that. I actually thought maybe Bishnoi would make the cut, but clearly they want to go with the option of a left arm spinner as well, and I think it's a very healthy choice. Akshar can also bat, as he's shown that in West Indies he's won a game for India single-handedly, batting at number 7 or number 8. So I think that all goes well for the Indian team. I think it's some great selections. Isn't from the team that I had discussed with you, I think the only player missing would have been Deepak Chahar, but he's there in the reserves. So all of them will still travel. I think reserve players will also travel to Australia. Yeah. So I think it's a very good side. I think they have a replacement for a batter in case, God forbid, something happens to one of the batsmen in Shreyas Iyer. But otherwise, a proper side. They have 2 wicket keepers, two finishers, which is very important. And then they have Akshar, who can also play that role for them. So that's, I think, 5 proper batters, and then all-rounders as well. So I think it's a good squad. I think it's a very good squad.
Yeah, India liked the option of 2 wrist spinners in that Super 4 game against Pakistan. It seems like a luxury to have. They won't have that luxury in the World Cup. Wrist spin does play a big part in Australia as far as T20 numbers tend to go, Robbie. So are you at all concerned that if Chahal is off color or off form, that India don't have a second wrist spin option?
Not necessarily. Well, unless I feel like someone like Chahal is an extremely intelligent bowler. I don't think there's anything lacking with his skills. I think what we witnessed in the Asia Cup was a lack of variation. And I think by the time the 3rd or 4th match came around, he quickly addressed that as well. So I'm pretty certain that he will be even more effective in a place like Australia. On those venues, on those grounds, he'll be even more effective. And I'm confident that with the 3 spinners that we have and the backups that we have that are in place, I think we've picked a very, very good side.
All right, let's go to the fast bowling quartet that's been picked. So there's Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Jasprit Bumrah, Harshal Patel is fit, which I think is good news. There was some doubt on him. And Arshdeep Singh, like you mentioned, you would have liked to see a Deepak Chahar there, but it also looks like Avesh Khan is either completely fallen out of favor or is unwell or injured. We're not quite sure what the status is there. But I'd like you to tell me what Shami's return to the fold means. Even though he's a reserve player for the World Cup, he has been picked for the home series coming up now. What does that tell you?
I think the thought process perhaps behind that would have been the fact that Shami is someone who's played a lot of, who's got a lot of experience and played a lot of these ICC tournaments in the past. So in case there's a need for a replacement, they've got an experienced replacement and someone who can be a handful with a new ball. So, I think that's probably the thought process behind having someone like a Shami there than having, for instance, an Avesh Khan there. So I feel that must have been the thought process, but they still are going with these 4 fast bowlers. I think it's important to have a left-arm fast bowler in your fast bowling repertoire, and they have that in Arshdeep Singh, and I think he'll be very effective in the death. Harshal Patel and Bumrah, again, very good, as in excellent death bowlers, and Bhumi can be more than a handful with a new ball. And Bhuvi, as in he's shown what a class bowler he is, and I think he'll be effective in Australia as well. Looking at the fast bowling lineup, I'm feeling very happy about it, very confident about the fast bowling lineup. I know that the bowling is in good stead with the experience of Chahal and Ashwin, I think, and Akshar as well. All 3 of them again are all very intelligent bowlers, very shrewd bowlers. So I know that they're also wicket-taking bowlers. There's the guys who like to get wickets. So that their intent will always be to go there and get wickets. So I think when you look at the bowling, it seems extremely formidable. The top order the first 4 look extremely formidable. The 6 and 7 look great. I think that one number, at number 5, they have to attain some clarity. That would be obviously between Rishabh Pant and I'd say Deepak Huda. And will they go with that option of Deepak Huda? Or, the combinations could be a Deepak Huda playing with an Akshar Patel. So there's an off spinner there, there's a leg spinner there, there's a left arm spinner there. Or there could be, but no left hander. But there's still a left hander in Akshar Patel. Or there could be a Rishabh Pant, who's a proper left hand bat, and you have Ashwin and Yuzi playing there, so that you have again 5+1 6 bowlers. I think it's a really strong side, and I think it'll do really well.
Akshar Patel's selection is the final one. I'd like to just go into detail with Robbie. It looked like India didn't have the confidence to play him as Jadeja's direct replacement in the Asia Cup. Now that we know there's no Jadeja, would you give Akshar Patel all the T20Is that you have right now? Try and see if he can grow into that role with the series coming up against Australia and South Africa.
I reckon the team management will be trying to figure out and attain some clarity as to what kind of a role they can, or what kind of a batting position they can find for Akshar Patel. And I think if they get that clarity, then you will see him playing a lot of games. But I think leading up, I think in the first series, you might see a few changes, a little bit of experimentation, trying out a few permutations and combinations. But I think in the back end of the Australia series, the last few games, I feel like you will see the final 11 playing the last couple of games of the Australia series.